Greetings once again, my sports to the bone people. Back at it, you know, my viewers and subscribers. So earlier today, we had a very entertaining game in the CPL. It was a low scoring encounter, but it was indeed a close game. The St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots finally getting their first victory of the 2023 season. Andre Fletcher, he was the man, as he was able to score a brilliant half century to get his team across the line. We're going to take a look at the scorecard, plus we're also going to talk about Christopher Henry Gayle, who is set to host a party called 40 Shades of Grey. It's a beach party, and based on what they are saying, proceeds from that will go towards helping a lot of children. So let's give a listening here until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. Alright, so let me just go through the CPL game that was played this morning first, and then we will look at the Chris Gayle story. So the St. Lucia Kings, they batted first and they lost wickets at regular interval. They were unable to really settle. You know, a couple of guys got starts, but, you know, they were unable to really kick on. So 149 for 7 is what they got. 149 for 7. And that was in their 20 overs. Batting for them, Colin Monroe, he made 10 off 10. Johnson Charles, he made 42 off 38 with 7 fours. The only problem is that usually if Johnson Charles is at the wicket for 38 deliveries, you know, instead of 42, he would probably would have scored in the 60s or the 70s, you know. So that is definitely it was tough out there. You know, Sean Williams, he made 1. Ruston Chase, he didn't score. He faced 2 deliveries and was removed. Descartes, he was good. He made 43 of 31 with 3 sixes and 1 4 in his knock. Raza, the captain, he made 22 of 17. Primus, he made 5. And Alzar Joseph remained not out on 8. Matthew Ford not out on 1. So at the interval, I can imagine that the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, they were probably feeling somewhat confident that they would have chased it down, seeing that, you know, they didn't even get over 150. When it was time for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots to bat, they made it a little bit more difficult than it had to be. You understand? It went straight down to the penultimate or the second to last delivery for Fletcher to score a 6 to get them across the line. But we're going in their batting innings after this. So bowling for the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, Ashmead Ned, we finally got a chance to see him out there. He bowled 4 overs, 2 wickets for 14 runs. He was brilliant, my people. You understand? And I must commend him based on his physical appearance, you know. The last time I saw him, you know, I personally thought that he really needed to do some physical work. And he looked good, you know, he bowled good and he got good results. Bosch, he bowled 4 overs for 36 runs, 1 wicket. O'Shane Thomas was once again good. 3 overs, 14 runs, 1 wicket. Bowl a couple of no balls. And, you know, bowl a couple of deliveries down the leg side, which the fine leg fielder was there, you know. So about 3 or 4 of them that he bowled went straight to the batsman clip and went to the fine leg fielder. You know, being a little bit to the right or the left to the fielder, you know, his figures probably would have looked a little different. But he bowled 3 overs for 14 runs, wasn't bad. Dominic Drakes bowled 1 over for 14 runs. George bowled 4 overs for 36 runs. Benny Howell 4 overs, 31 runs and 2 wickets. So that is how it went for them. Now, when it was time for them to bat, my viewers and subscribers, they lost Captain Evan Lewis pretty quickly. He went pretty tamely. If there is such a word. He didn't look comfortable, and he played back a ball to Ruston Chase, you know, who was bowling, and he was out bowl and caught. Pretty soft dismissal. You know, I continue to sing that I want to see this man perform because, you know, I know what he can do at the international level, but based on how it's looking now, other youngsters are now putting up their hands, or other openers are probably going to be getting a slot in. You know, Andre Fletcher, he remained not out on 93 of 64. He scored 6 fours and 5 sixes. Andre Fletcher was good, my people. He batted extremely well. You know, he actually had a little hamstring problem there, and you know, that is why it came down to the last over. I think in the last over they wanted 8 or 9 runs to win, and it went straight down to the last delivery before he was able, this second to last delivery before he slapped a 6 and brought it home. You know, Alzari Joseph must be commended for allowing this game to be this entertaining at the back end. The 19th over that he bowled, he gave away only 1 run. One could say that, you know, Fletcher wasn't feeling too well, so he couldn't have possibly, you know, but Joseph bowled well. So Fletcher was the man that really stood there and batted and batted and batted and carried them across the line. 93 not out. Will Smith made 2. Jade Gooley made 5. Sheffield Rutherford made 17. George, he made 9. Corbin Bash made 12. And Dominic Drakes was left not out on 1, having faced 1 delivery. Now, bowling for the St. Lucia Kings, Kyrie Pierre was excellent. 4 overs, 18 runs, 2 wickets. Ruston Chase, 2.5 overs, 25 runs, 2 wickets. Sean Williams, 1 over, 23 runs. Alzari Joseph, 4 overs, 24 runs. Peter Hatsuglu, 4 overs, 32 runs. Sikandra Raza, 4 overs, 28 runs and 2 wickets. So that is how it went for the St. Lucia Kings with ball in hand. So the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots winning that game there by 4 wickets, getting their first victory of the campaign. So that is pretty much it, my people. Later on today we'll have the ladies, and in the night we're also going to have another game. It's going to be the Talawas versus the Night Riders. Definitely one that you should look forward to. You know, the Night Riders, as we would have seen, you know, they can be very dangerous, while they can also slip up. You know, we have seen that in a couple of games. The Talawas is the same thing. They would have started off well, but when the captain Brandon King fails to really score or to spark, you know, things tend to go sideways. So we're going to watch and see you later on game, go, my people. All right, let's finish up with this Chris Gayle story, because you know Chris Gayle is always touching hearts and touching people. You know, well, yeah, I don't be touching people, but you know, he's always doing some charity thing. So taking this one from the Jamaica Observer, it says Chris Gayle hosts 40 Shades of Gayle. Did I say 40 Shades of Grey in the beginning? It's 40 Shades of Gayle, right? So it says scores of children will benefit from proceeds made by Chris Gayle's 40 Shades of Gayle 4.0 retro style beach party. This is it in quotation. All proceeds go towards my Chris Gayle Foundation, where I give back to the community and do Christmas treats and back to school treats in the new year, he told the Jamaica Star Observer. They say the retired cricketer turned recording artist added that anticipation has been high for the events slated for Pearly Beach in Ocho Rios, which is going to be on the 16th of September. Gayle said, and I quote, "Preparations are going great. There is a buzz in the streets of Ocho Rios, and we are promoting heavily over the next few days and over the next few days and fine-tuning our preparation," he said. You know, so that is what they are saying, my viewers and subscribers. They say further, he further said that his birthday bash came about to create a fun filled experience for party goers. So Chris Gayle, as we know, my viewers and subscribers, saying that he consulted with his team, the Triple Century Records, and they decided that this would have been a good idea. So shout out to Chris Gayle, you know, as I said, always helping out, you know, always helping out the community, always helping out students when it's time for them to go back to school, helping out families, helping out local clubs and stuff like that. So shout out to Chris Gayle, you understand, a legend of the game and still giving back. So that is pretty much it for this one, my people. We're going to leave it right there. Big up.